Welkom bij deze video. Ik spreek met Makoto Yoshida. Hij is founder en president van de Global Education Resources in Madison, New Jersey, in Amerika dus. En daarom gaat de rest van dit gesprek ook in het Engels. Dear Mr. Yoshida, welcome. You are founder and president of the Global Education Resources, as we read, and you're director of the Center for Lesson Study at William Paterson University, right?
Yes.
So your scientific life seems very much dedicated to lesson study. Can you tell us a bit about who you are and what you exactly do?
Okay. So my name is Makoto Yoshida, and I'm originally from Japan, but I came to the United States for the undergraduate study and then graduate study. And so I have a PhD in education. And my passion is helping teachers to learn how to teach mathematics and also help students to learn mathematics deeply. And through doing this, I have a two approach I do. And one is a lesson study, which is a professional learning. And the teachers get together, plan a lesson, and teach the lesson in a classroom, observe the lesson, and then I support that professional development, and I go into many schools to do that. And then the other part is also through my company, we translate a lot of materials from Japan, and one of which is translating Japanese mathematics textbook, because Japan do the lesson study, and a lot of ideas reflect on the textbooks, and there are a lot of people who are interested in looking at Japanese textbooks, so I do that too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go a little bit deeper into lesson study.
Okay.
When I read about it, I connect it strongly to what we call team learning in the Netherlands. And our Minister of Education actually last week in a speech, she has stated to be a great advocate of team learning. Do you agree with her that teachers should learn more from each other in lessons?
Yes, I think so. And well, first of all, this is particularly in the U.S. case. The teachers are very isolated, and they are teaching in their classroom, and then there's no other people who are going into the classroom and see what is actually going on. And as a result, teachers may not be really teaching effective way to teach mathematics or any other topics. And also some students research actually find out that many American teachers, particularly elementary school teachers, they don't have a good content knowledge, particularly in mathematics. And so if you don't have a good content knowledge, and then your door is shut and teach in the classroom, you can imagine that it is hard for the kids to study mathematics. So it's a very good, healthy way that the teachers get together, help each other, not criticizing how you teach, but actually work together and explore the best way to teach in the classroom so that the students can learn. I think that's very important. And students spend a lot of time with the teachers in the classroom, and that's where we should make a difference. Everybody knows that if the teachers are confident and they can teach a great lesson to the students, and the students have a chance to participate, they can learn. And we need to create such an environment. And then if we want to change the teaching and learning in a classroom, we really need to look into the particular part, which is a classroom teaching and learning with a group of teachers.
So by having the teachers sit together, learn from each other, they're more confident, they get better classes, and eventually the students benefit from it.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I don't know about the case in the Netherlands, but in the United States, when other people are coming into the classroom, that means that somebody is actually evaluating teachers with the checklist. So the principal might come into the classroom and then look at the teacher teach the lesson and then check the list, which is you can't really change your teaching by somebody just making a checklist, and then later they will say that you should talk with more students, or you should do this. This is just one time of things.
Yeah.
But I think it's very important that the teachers actually spend together, plan a lesson, and then teach the lesson together, and then try to improve their process of learning how to teach together as a team.
And so you have developed a more systematic way in how they should organize those talks with each other, that team talks, and what they should be focusing on when they go into each other's classes, and how they should improve their lessons. Is that right? Is it a systematic method of getting along and getting that process of team learning going?
Yes. Yeah. And in Japan, this is a really norm, so that many teachers do that. But in the United States, this is a new type of professional development, and teachers are not accustomed to somebody coming into the classroom and observe the lesson. So we developed sort of like a system in the U.S. that what is the best way or safe way to introduce this professional development, so that the teachers don't, start just criticizing each other, and then they don't want to do this type of professional development. Instead, we carefully develop some ideas that, the first we develop a lesson together, and then look at only the student work, not how the teacher taught the lesson, and so on. So we have a more systematic ideas, particularly for the new people who are new to do lesson study.
Yes, so it sounds also very respectful to all the teachers that are awesome. You said that you have this method, especially from Japan, where it's the norm, which is great. But have you any research or information about how this systematic method could translate to, for example, our country, the Netherlands? What could our teachers benefit from it?
I don't have anybody who actually did something with the Netherlands, but this method are really practiced in many other countries. U.S., there are just some schools and a district are doing this, but in the other countries like Singapore and also some other European nation, England, also Sweden, Norway, and so there are many places that are really interested in doing this lesson study. So they are trying to do this. One of the difficulty is that teachers need to create a time to get together and work together, which is sometimes depending on the situations. It's hard to create such a time, teachers as a working together. So there are some difficulty we are running into, but that's how we're going to practice. But anyway, the people who are practicing, they tend to say that this is very meaningful. Or people who actually participating, and also they say that this is something that very different from the professional development I participated before. This is very hands-on, and we actually see what the students are doing in the classroom, and together with the colleagues, and then share the knowledge, which is very different from somebody come to the workshop and then give some suggestions or special information.
Yeah. So you are applying lesson study very much in mathematic teaching, but what do you think about applying it to other subjects? Could it be used in, for example, language lessons or history lessons or whatever kind of education?
Yes, you can actually use lesson study in any subject areas.
Okay.
In fact, there are several schools in the U.S. They are doing lessons. This is a high school group, but the teachers doing lesson study in history classes. The other elementary school, some places are doing lesson study with language art, reading and writing, and science. And
Okay.
however, the math was the math is dominant because the way introduced lesson study to the U.S. was tied up with the third international math and science study. So the through that study, lesson study was introduced that the country like Japan, when they are doing this lesson study, so that they improve their teaching and learning in a mathematical classroom. So that's actually the reason why many people focus on mathematics. If you go to Japan, language art teachers do lesson study more than the mathematics teachers. So over there is totally different. And in Japan, they do lesson study in many different topics, including gym. Gym teachers do lesson study. They plan a lesson and then teach the lesson, and a couple of other gym teachers or regular classroom teachers come and observe the lesson and then think about the how the students are learning in the settings. They usually have some kind of theme. So I don't know, the theme is maybe the students learn to collaborate.
Yes.
And that can be done in any subject areas, so that they do that.
Yeah, and also not only in high school, but also in primary school situations.
Yes, so this is primary school, middle school, and high school. Yes, yeah. Well, and then in the U.S., also I heard that some college professors in the department, they do similar thing like lesson study.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, we can all learn from each other, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for this moment. We are looking forward that you are coming to the Netherlands.
Yes, thank you. I am too.
And we're looking forward to hearing more and hear you go more in depth on how those processes will work and how that systematic approach to team learning really can take place and eventually have students benefit from it, because that's the goal we all share.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to visit.